The Mindset by Carol Dweck. In a quiet corner of the city, beneath the noise of ambition and the chaos of dreams half-lived, there was a man whose world had been shaped not by chance, but by mindset. He was not born into wealth, nor blessed with privilege, yet his thoughts, sharp, disciplined, and unyielding, built the empire he once believed impossible. Every morning, before the city stirred, he sat in silence. He understood that wealth was not measured in coins, but in control. Control over thoughts, habits, and emotions. While others sought shortcuts, he sought clarity. While others blamed, he built. He believed that failure was not the end, but data feedback to refine his direction. Each setback was a mirror, showing him what must evolve within. He had learned that the average man wakes up chasing comfort, but comfort was the slowest poison. The extraordinary one, however, wakes up chasing discomfort, for growth lives there. His life was built on choices that others avoided. The cold morning runs, the late night work, the hard conversations, the sacrifices unseen. Success, he realized, was never dramatic. It was silent persistence, multiplied by time. There was a phase when nothing worked. No clients, no recognition, no validation. Days turned into nights filled with doubt. Yet, he moved, not because he believed it would work, but because standing still was worse. His consistency became his compass. He knew that progress is invisible before it becomes undeniable. Slowly, results began to appear. Small wins became momentum. Momentum became mastery. People called it luck, but he smiled, for luck visits those who prepare relentlessly. His mind was not a battlefield anymore. It was a fortress. He no longer reacted to problems. He responded with logic, patience, and precision. What others feared, he studied. What others ignored, he mastered. He learned that money follows value, not noise, that freedom demands discipline, that dreams demand deadlines, that every limitation begins in the mind, and so does every revolution. He built systems that made his growth inevitable. He read, wrote, reflected, and repeated. He no longer chased motivation because he had built momentum. And momentum, once born, did not die easily. Years later, when people asked how he did it, he simply said, "I changed the way I thought." They expected tactics. He gave them truth. For it was not the business, the timing, or the idea that made him. It was the mindset that refused to quit when nothing made sense. His life became a mirror for those still asleep, showing what happens when discipline meets purpose. In the end, his success was not the story. The story was his evolution. From confusion to clarity, from fear to focus, from wishful thinking to relentless execution. He had mastered not the world, but himself. And once a man masters himself, the world follows.